Welcome to the 15th part of this tutorial series, and in this video we're going to be adding police cars into the game. So let's get started. So as we see in here, we made our busted thing work. Now we have a police car right here, right? We didn't add anything, but in our costume we have two. So if you go to the link in the description or the file that you already downloaded, you will have this vehicle pack, and then we have a police animation. So let's go to 1 and 3 and upload those as well, and then we're gonna put 1 on top, 2 second, 3 fourth. So you can see there's a little bit of an emission here, so we have like wheel. Oh my goodness, my voice cracked. Interesting. Anyway, it's gonna go wheel 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 wheel, and that's basically what we want in our animation. But yeah, let's first get started with the first part of our script. We're gonna say when flag is clicked, we're going to hide, right? Hide our car, because we're gonna use clones like we usually do. And then we're gonna say when I start as clone, right here, when I start as clone, because we're creating our clones in the wanted levels as I've described before. When I start as clone, we're going to do a few things. So first we want to create the num of cars. What is it? We want to create our num of cars variable, which we've already created, but num police cars, we want to change it by 1, and then forever if, and then we want to look if we're touching the bullet, then where's the bullet? If we're touching the bullet, then change, and remember it's a private variable, which is why we're not gonna find it here. So we're gonna say car health, and then make it for this right only, make it private, and then we're gonna say change, oh, we already have it here, car health by -1. So now, yeah, if we hit a bullet, we change our life up by -1. Now we want to also create our animation, which we had in the we're basically going to say forever wait 0.05 seconds, and then switch costume to 1, and then duplicate 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now you might be thinking, why don't we go 1, 2, 3, 1? Well, you can go 1, 2, 3 and then leave that out, but I personally prefer how it looks when it goes 1, 2, 3, 2, and then back to 1, because basically it makes it loop like let me show you, boom 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 boom. The light basically goes back and forth. I prefer how that looks. And anyways, like I said, if you want, just get rid of this and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna say if we move on from here, we're gonna say we're gonna need a brand new block. So let's go to car, and we're going to import two cars. We're gonna two scripts. We're gonna import the position script and the move script, and we're gonna edit these to suit our police. So first, if we go to define move, we're going to say move 6 steps. Instead of car speed, we're going to set the car speed for a car to 6 steps, right? And then if touching car, collider, or, so let's grab another or car health equals to 0, car health equals to 0. So basically what you can see we're doing is move. Then we're gonna get rid of all of this. Oh, this should be just the if statement then. Not a if else. If. Riveting, very riveting. Okay, so what we're saying here is move 6 steps, and then we look if our car or collider, if our police car is touching a car, another car, a collider, or our car health equals to 0. This is where we want to create our explosion. And if we remember correctly, the explosion can, or let's just make it from scratch. Let me not waste time. Let me go this spawn x, spawn y equals to my x and my y. Right? And then we're going to create a clone of the explosion. And then we're gonna say if and then duplicate this, and then we're going to change and broadcast. Right? Okay, so now bring this here. We're gonna change police killed to change police killed by 1 and then broadcast start change. So basically here we're saying if car health equals to 0, which means we had to have killed we had to have shot the police car. Yeah, we shot the police car and changed civilians killed by 1 because we killed the police. And then broadcast start change like we usually do whenever something gets killed. And then like usual, let me go ahead and go to like our player movement. No, not our player movement. Yes, our player movement. Duplicate this and then just drag this into our police car. Go to our police car and drag this under. So change my x to previous x minus x position. This is a very famous script we have here. We use it a lot. Now, another thing we can do here is edit our position. So we say position, go to x, my y, da 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 da. Now right here we don't need a clear car check, so you can get rid of this, but we can bring this and this back. So we're gonna say hide, delete this clone, and we're gonna add something on top there just now. Remove this show, and then right here remove this, and then here, yeah, okay, yeah, remove that, and then here we're gonna say hide and then delete this clone. So basically if we leave the level, but we also want to change, this is very important, change num of police cars by -1, because we are losing a police car if they leave the world, right? So boom boom boom. Change civilians killed. This should not be civilians, this should be police killed. Yeah, so yeah, if the thing explodes, broadcast touch explosion, create explosion. Okay, so now thinking of explosions, I think we have a little problem. So if we go to our move script, police killed by 1, okay, actually, well, we can, yeah, let's just keep it like this. Okay, so let's now say when I start as clone, we're gonna wait until touching an explosion. So let's bring a wait until thing, wait until touching explosion. And then we're going to say if then we're going to say if touching, let's go to our bullet and then change our costume to missile. and then go here. Where is it? Police car, and then we're gonna say if touching, and oh, we can only, okay, unhide, and then police car. Okay, we want it to be this right here, and then yeah, let's hide it again, and then change this back to bullet, and then go to the police car, and now we're saying if touching this, duplicate what we have here, and yeah, so yeah, then we're gonna stop other, where is it, stop other scripts in the sprite, and then we're going to recreate the look of a destroyed car. So set pixelate and brightness. So set this to -40, and then set this to 15. Now we have to go here and forever position, because since we're stopping all the other scripts, we just want to make sure that we're still having our car in its position. I believe that could be it. Well, never say that. Now the next thing we're going to say is our sound. So upload sound, and we're going to upload this sound. It's also in the description. It's the missile, no, police siren, and then let's play it. Yeah, that's very long. That is very long. Then we're gonna say when I start as clone, play start sound until done, right? Yeah, I think okay. Now we get to reap the seeds of our previous work. Let's drag this into the police car, and then basically this lets us save a lot of time. The spawning code, we've already worked on it. We don't have to rewrite it and waste time. And then set car health to 6, show set spawn to random, boom 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 boom, and then here we're gonna say point towards player. We don't want it to point towards a player the whole time. We just want to point it at the beginning, because we want this card to be dodgeable for our beloved player. And then position previous X, previous Y, and we don't have any spawn decided here. And I think that's it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test this. Let's go ahead and look for some trouble. So if we look for a innocent civilian that does not deserve their untiming fate, boom. All right, now let's wait for a police car. Let's see if we can get a police car to come. Boom, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, police car. Yes, you see, we can dodge these. Let's go, this is perfect. Now our police car does have one thing though. 45 is way too small. We're gonna make this 55. Okay, now the last thing we have is our tink, which we've also created in our previous tutorial. Added in a previous tutorial. If you're just watching this video and want just the car and tink for some reason, the link for that is also going to be in the description. Remind me if I do forget, but I probably won't. And we're going to happily reinstate most of this code. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to set car health to 10, right? And like I said, happily we're going to steal code from our police car. So next we're going to set position. We're going to bring the, okay, wait, let's do this in an orderly, well, somewhat orderly manner. The rest of the code, let's continue bringing in. So we're also going to add the position. We're also going to add what else should we add? We should add the move. In our tank, and then also the when flag is clicked hide, and then also where is it? This one. Okay, so now let's do a bit of editing. So like I said, this one we're lucky. From the fruits of our labor, we don't have to touch this one. The only thing we're changing is our car health to 10. And then our position, we have to edit. Because this is clearly not a police car, this is a tank. So we're going to change num of tanks by -1. Yeah, now bring that here. And then the move, we're gonna, okay, so we have the flag hide. Now we just have 3 scripts. 3 more, oh, no, 3 more scripts, but 1 more script. So we're gonna add a new script on top of what we have here. So first, we're gonna create a variable for the sprite only, and we're gonna call this tank speed. And then we're going to set move steps to tank speed and then hide it. We don't need to ever see that again. And then change my X and my Y. And then here our thing doesn't care about cars. It does not care about colliders. This thing is going to move. It is a tank, right? So let's get rid of this and put this here. If car health equals to 0, then of course, you know, explode, this, that, and the third. And then also we're gonna copy this and pixelate. And then also police killed. And oh my goodness, duplicate this. So yeah, duplicate this. And now that's the first script, right? The second script is a bit simpler. It's a bit simpler. All we're gonna do is say when I start as clone, and then we're gonna edit this one last. We're gonna say when I start as clone, forever. Then we're gonna say if tank speed. Where is the tank speed? Right here. If tank speed equals to 0, wait 3 seconds, and then grab 3 set, and then set bullet direction to direction, and then set spawn X and spawn Y to my X and my Y. So this, and then set spawn X and spawn Y to my X and my Y. Right? Okay, bet. And then we're going to create a clone of an object we have not created yet. So let's duplicate this and then basically call this duplicate the police bullet and then call this police missile. And yeah, go to costumes, and then we're gonna upload the missile. So it's 130 by 45. Let's look if that's the same height. Yep. Okay, so now go to the code, and we have the police bullet code, and we're gonna go into that later. But broadcast, back in our thing, we're going to broadcast police missile, right? Enter. Boom. Okay, so that's it. Now the final script, which I was talking about, is basically this, but a little different. Actually, no, it's nothing like this. There's something we did need from it though. I'm gonna say when I start as clone, we're gonna change the number of tanks by 1, and then grab a forever loop, and then we're gonna forever point towards the player, point towards player, and then we're gonna say if a few ifs, if that and the not. We're gonna say if and then if else, and then bring that here. So now we're gonna say if touching bullet, and then we're gonna say if touching bullet and touching this color. Now we don't need you anymore. And then the if else, if distance to player. So to get distance of player, we come here, changes to player. Oh my goodness, changes to player, and then make this distance. Where's distance? Oh, it's not off. Oh, there's literally a distance to block. Distance to player is greater than 200. And now let's change a few things. So the first one is we're gonna change car health by -1 if we're hit by a bullet, and -4 if we're hit by a missile. So the missile isn't gonna completely kill our tank. It's gonna do damage, significant damage, but not enough to kill it. And then here we're just gonna set tank speed to 4 if we're far from the player, and then once you get in 200 blocks or whatever unit this is, 200 distance from him, we're gonna go to a stop and then wait 3 seconds and shoot at him. Right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. And now we just have to go to our police missile, and I think we can't be done. We're just gonna say when I receive police missile, move is fine, position is fine, this is fine, this is fine. I think it might just be this when I start as clone. Then we're gonna go to our bullet and drag this part into our police missile, and right here where we have when I start as clone, we're also gonna add a sound, which is the, well, it's not a made sound, it's an uploaded sound. Link for it is in the description. It's just the missile launch sound effect. And then bring this here. We're going to start sound, my X, my Y, bullet direction, show position. The only thing we want to do is duplicate this and show, and then duplicate this and then move by 40 steps, and then just scroll this a bit down, and then here we're gonna move this by 5 steps, because this is something our player also, we want our player to have the ability to dodge this. So move this here, and then okay. So we already have the repeat until right here, so we can just repeat until. Okay, yeah, that's the 5 steps here, and then we're gonna bring this if statement but remove the costume number, and replace this with player. So touching player, and then put this here under the move block, and then bring this out. I don't think we needed to input that, but yeah, whatever, it's fine. If touching player, car, or collider. Okay, this should not be and. This should not be and. This is gonna break the game if we use and. No, it's player. Okay, that's what I meant. It's gonna be or. So if touching player or this, then we're gonna spawn X, spawn Y, explosion there. Alright, now I'm just gonna speed forward till I get the police tank. Alright, now we have the 5 stars, and we're just gonna wait. Yes, there we go, we got a tank. And interesting. Okay, please don't die, please don't die. Okay, that missile is way too big, but the missile does work. And yeah, there's straight chaos, but there's some things we do notice. The first thing is our tank is too big. So if we go to our bullet, we realize we set the size to 17%. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. That is a very big missile. I never want to say anything that. And then yeah, we don't want to see the missile that big. Next, we're going to go to our bullet, and then we need some OR operators. We need to add the police into this, because we I noticed while playing the game you can shoot through police, and I don't want that. So we're gonna say if touching police or police car or police tank, and actually we also don't have civilian, so let's add that as well. Or civilian. Where's the civilian? Civilian. Alright, so let's throw this in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to duplicate this. Calculator edge. Okay. So first duplicate this, and then remove this. Then put this, remove this. No. Remove this. And then put this, and then put this, and this. Okay, so explosion. Does explosion need any changes? Yep. Nope.